Oh God.
All right. Hi, everyone.
Oh no.
Hi, everyone. My name is Soft.
I'm Captain Brookworm.
And we got a little Go ahead.
Let's introduce all of our wonderful victims. Viewers of our wonderful presentation.
I'm Alexa.
I'm Ampersand. I make memes.
Okay, I'm Dark Wolf.
I'm Matt, and I crave death.
I'm Nick, and I'm ignoring finals for this.
Yay! All right.
Nice.
Good choice.
Exactly. This is more important.
This
Hell
is
yeah.
one.
And today,
I'm gonna force you to watch this.
And today, Brooke and I have a little presentation for you all about the lore of the wonderful show that is Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu.
Mhm.
All right, let's get started.
Let's do this.
You're interrupting my platform scrolling for this.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
oh,
You guys really went ham on the transitions, huh?
the timeline.
So the first rule about the Ninjago timeline in show is we don't talk about the timeline because.
So why are we
specific
talking
dates
about
and
it?
elements- Because we're breaking the rules today in order to give you all a dose of the wonderful bliss that is this show's lore.
Okay.
But I don't like breaking rules.
Not too bad. We're breaking rules.
No.
Be gay,
We
do
are.
crime. Let's go.
I mean,
Cheers. So section 1, this is the easy lore. As in everything's nice and chronological. You don't have to worry about things. We'll just go in order and you all can sit back, relax, and just slowly start to lose your sanity.
I'm concerned.
Joke's on you. I never had it.
I do want to note this is easy's a relative term here.
Okay.
Ahem. Let's do this, darlings. So, we begin in the first realm, also known as the realm of Oni and Dragon. A never-ending war there was fought between the dragons and the Oni.
Dragons won because dragons are badass.
The war
Hell
continued
yeah.
eternally between creation and destruction, with no end in sight, until a child was born between the
Ooh,
two
and they got busy.
That just proves everything can be solved with sex.
But
Obviously.
the thing is, this car right here that I'm circling with my mouse is about the size like a human could fit in this car, and the Oni are about human sized.
Oh no.
So how
Oh.
a dragon and an Oni had a child? Don't worry about it.
So wait, was it just
That's
like
what the
big enough for
hentai's
the
for.
Oni to enter? Like,
We just don't talk about it.
I feel like
Okay.
I've seen
Question how
this
it's
on like
reproduced.
DeviantArt.
Yeah, I've seen some quote unquote art about it.
This child would become known as the first Spinjitzu master, and he sought to end the war between the Oni and the dragon by allying with the firstborn over all dragons, forging the dragon armor as a symbol of their friendship. Together, they sought to end the war that lasted for eternity, and he failed.
oh, fun.
Fucking knew it.
So instead, the first Spinjitzu master left the first realm to create Ninjago, leaving the armor behind with the firstborn as a sign of their never-ending friendship.
All right, and that's the lore, right?
No.
Ninjago was created. That's
Roll
the lore.
credits.
How does
Roll
Oni...
And thus we get to the myth of Ninjago's creation. Long before time had a name, Ninjago was created by the first Spinjitzu master by using the 4 weapons of Spinjitzu: the Scythe of Quakes, the Nunchucks of Lightning, the Shurikens of Ice, and the Sword of Fire. Weapons so powerful, no one could handle all of their power at once.
All right,
You're
bet.
stepping into Chen territory there with the sword of fire. With your voice. Don't think I didn't notice.
I don't know. So,
However, in creating a world of light, there was darkness. A being known as the Overlord, starting a conflict between the two that could spend eternity until the Overlord created the indestructible Stone Army to destroy the first Spinjitzu master.
SMH just use paper.
So the first Spinjitzu master split Ninjago in two, creating Ninjago and the Dark Island, sealing the Overlord away on the Dark Island, and thus the land of Ninjago was fully created.
It just now dawned on me, these pictures of the Overlord look like the villain from the fucking what is the name of it? The forest with the fairies. The
Oh, the
90s
Snatcher?
environmental-
The Snatcher
Huh?
from Hat in Time?
No,
What?
no.
Oh no,
the
that
90s
the last
What are
rainforest?
you talking
movie.
about?
Fern Gully. He looks
Fern
like the
Gully.
bad guy from
Fern Gully. Yeah.
What?
In this picture up here, he looks like the bad guy from Fern Gully.
It's the one where the dude becomes a fairy.
Yeah,
That's
don't worry
Fern
about
Gully.
it.
I think
That I said anything.
Man, there are some other random events to touch on here. A few Oni invade Ninjago to try to recapture the first Fujitsu Master and build a temple as their base. They are driven back, but one Oni mysteriously stays behind.
Ooh, mysterious.
The first Fujitsu Master builds and moves into the monastery of Spinjitzu. And the stone army is sealed inside of a tomb underneath the land that would later become Ninjago City.
Ah, so it's taking inspiration from real life.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
To summarize the timeline thus far, as you can see, 3 major events, linear order. Nothing yet to worry about, am I correct?
Oh
I'm
god.
already worried.
I am worried. I am worried because you said there's
Like, don't worry about it, the more worried they get.
Yeah.
Now, we move further on. The first Fujitsu Master created humans to populate Ninjago, forming the basis for their villages to later become Ninjago City, as well as a race of snake-like people known as the Serpentine.
they really
May,
do
may
got
I
that.
ask a question? May I
hang on.
ask a question?
What's the
How?
question?
How? Just how did he do it?
He's a god. He's a god.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I was getting a little worried.
Why
What
why
is
was
the
there a
question?
need for snake people?
Because the first Fujitsu Master wanted diversity, just like modern-day companies.
Yeah, the first
Approximately
Fujitsu Master is a
1,000
scaly.
Approximately 1,000 years ago,
Fantastic.
the first Fujitsu Master had 2 children, Wu and Gamadon. The 2 were raised in the monastery and were trained in the way of Spinjitzu by their father.
Can I make a comment?
No, we don't know who the mother is. Don't ask.
Can we make a comment?
I
Can I
don't
make
want
a
to know.
Can
What's your
they,
comment?
they really do have the Anakin Skywalker bowl cut, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just how children are portrayed.
Guys,
They all have bowl cuts.
that's the first thing you think of, and the first thing I think of is Rio from fucking Devilman Crybaby. With disgrace.
I haven't seen that, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Oh my
God,
goodness.
it's so awful.
Ahem. Let us move on. However, tragedy would soon strike. Gamadon and Wu were sparring one fateful day, and Wu's katana went over the monastery wall. Wu refused to go after it, so instead Gamadon chose to.
Why is he such a little bitch?
There, he was bitten by a snake known as the Great Devourer. It was poisoned by venom that corrupted him with unfiltered evil. The venom would fester inside of him for the next 1,000 years, an event that Wu would forever blame himself.
Yeah, because he was a little
Way to
bitch.
fucking go, man.
Just go get your own goddamn sword.
Get your own sword.
None of this would happen.
How
The
many
children would get up.
Wait, question. How many fanfics are there where the roles are reversed, where Wu actually does his fucking duty and
Go get this
I saw
goddamn
you-
sword.
I saw you hide Shrek there.
It was Shrek. It was Shrek. I saw it.
Wait,
Click.
where?
Go forward! Ahem! One day, Wu forced Gamadon to adventure on the Serpentine lands, where they were captured by King Mambo V of the Serpentine, also known as the Vipers at this time.
How
Wow.
is this related to modern
To
day
pres-
Serpentine? Good question.
Wait,
To
Go
preserve
that-
the peace.
they just casually reference Mambo number 5.
To preserve the peace between humans and Serpentine, King Mambo imprisoned the 2 to wait for negotiation. Instead, the 2 were freed by a sorceress known as Asphira. And in return, Wu taught us Spinjitzu. However, Asphira would use this power to overthrow Mambo. To correct their mistake, Wu and Gamadon would use forbidden Spinjitzu to defeat her, reinstating Mambo. Asphira labeled Wu as the Deceiver, as she was sealed away in a tomb for seemingly eternity.
Question:
Yeah.
How can spin be forbidden? It is
season 11 stuff. Apparently, I actually don't know. This whole slide was a surprise for me too because I haven't seen season 11.
Forward, we won't have. I can't answer that question because in lore it's not actually fully understandable. Go on forward.
What? What? No, go back.
No, the main timeline as we see it so far, the 3 events that we've discussed are now in yes, orderly fashion, orange versus yellow. We're moving forward, everyone.
Oh boy.
This is where the law gets complicated.
It was
Isn't
already
it just all
complicated.
complicated? I'm still confused
no,
about the
this is
fact
when we
of
get
how
into this
skinny
bullshit.
is forbidden.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, what?
I don't like this diagram.
Okay, wait, no, there's a perfectly logical explanation for this. So someone comes from the future into the past, and then there's an alternate timeline created, and that's a plot
There's
point.
2 alternate timelines, baby.
Yeah, there are
I
2,
don't
and
like
then
that
there
second dot
Go
there.
forward.
and then there's one Groundhog
that
Day
loop.
loop.
I don't like that loop.
All right, fast forward 1,000 years to one of the most important events in all of Ninjago's history. An event that would become known as the Serpentine Wars.
Does anyone want to read these memes for us?
I will. The Serpentine exists, the human residence of Ninjago, and I took that personally. Racism. When Chen
Snakeophobia?
Yeah.
Listen. Listen, I feel like this conversation is a bit snakeist, alright. When Chen betrays both sides of the war, that's a twist. So the Serpentine are bad? Well, no, but actually, yes.
Forwards! Now we move forward. After hundreds of years, the first Ninjutsu master would pass away, leaving.
But you said he was a god.
He is.
Shut up. He's a
So how can a god die?
Leaving
Sort of a
Garmadon and
god.
Wu to guard the golden weapons. However, the venom inside Garmadon soon drove him to want to become stronger, and he left Wu as a young man to train under Master Chen alongside a sorcerer named
Close.
Klaus.
Close.
Close.
It's Klaus.
Clothes.
Close.
After
Close.
defeating Klaus in
We know.
combat by cheating, Chen rewarded Garmadon by proclaiming him a lord over his lands. Hence, he gained the title Lord Garmadon. So he technically is a feudal lord. For all of you thinking that Lego
shit.
just wanted to give some embellishing title, he actually owns that! However, at this time, Garmadon was in love with the woman that would come to drive a wedge between him and his brother to Fess.
Oh no.
So the whole katana incident didn't do that?
No, no, it didn't. But a quick tangent. This man is a scaly. He becomes his scale sona, and he has a scaly cult who all also become their scale sonas. He's a
Where can I join this cult?
God damn it.
No!
He's a scaly.
Yes.
That you understand that he's a scaly. And I didn't know how to spell scaly, so I just spelled it like that.
Continue. You've broken my case long enough. Now we move on to Moro. While Garmadon was away training with Chen, Wu would meet a young orphan stealing food from the monastery trash named Moro. Soon, he learned that Moro had the power to control the wind and believed that one day he may become the Green Ninja, and trained him for that eventual destiny. However, it was not. Enraged at Wu for training him so, Moro left to go and prove to Destiny that he was the Green Ninja, and Wu would not see him again, as he once knew the young pupil.
So Destiny just said, like, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Destiny
How
said
does that
no.
work?
Well, it wasn't.
It's
actually-
destiny.
It's a Tai Lung situation here. Tai
Oh.
Lung and Shifu. It's like
Okay.
that. He thought
Okay.
it was, but he was wrong.
One day, Master Chen revealed that he had intercepted a love letter from Wu to the woman that Garmadon loved. However, Wu had not signed it. Chen convinced Garmadon to sign the letter instead, and despite his misgivings, Garmadon would give this letter to Misako, later to become Lloyd's mother, and kept his meddling a secret from all that knew.
Don't worry, we'll talk about her.
Oh boy.
It was during this time that Garmadon, however, also learned that Chen planned to ignite a war between the Serpentine and the humans. Chen would reveal that he had provoked both sides into thinking the other was prepared to attack, and thus readying for war.
Why did he do this?
Wait, do you
Don't worry
like
about
do you, what do you mean don't worry about it? Do you like know or do you not know?
Garmadon would leave Master Chen over this news, but the seed of war would not be stopped, and it would grow into the blossoming and horrifying time that we know as the Serpentine War.
Well, we know.
Oh,
it's just
shit.
Background wanted to start a war. Like he didn't have a motivation for doing it. He just wanted to.
It's like
I mean, that's a mood.
it's just like
yeah.
you know what I need? Bloodshed.
40 years prior to the start of the main events of the show, Master Chen's deception would indeed ignite this conflict. At this time, the Serpentine had been divided into 5 tribes: the Hypnobrai, the Fangpire, the Constricti, the Venomari, and the strongest of them all, the Anacondri.
AKA
This
the
is not
only
a-
serpentine with brain cells. That's why this is
With the provocations in place, the Serpentine would strike against the humans first, attempting to drive them underground. The Anacondri, led by General Arcturus, made headway further than any snake could have hoped to do before. However, Wu and Garmadon had planned for this eventuality, and as such, formed a force to strike back against the treacherous snakes.
The treacherous Snapes.
Snakes.
Oh, hey, Cat!
Oh, yay!
You're very late, but I think it's funnier that you join in and have no context for any of the stuff going forward.
You
Alright.
missed
Keep
all
going.
of the easy lore.
Yeah,
You missed everything that was easy.
time travel shit.
By the
Long
way,
ago, the first
I didn't
Fujitsu
pause.
master would...
Can we pause for just a second?
We're recording.
No.
What?
Oh, okay.
No, we cannot.
Before he passed, the first Medusa Master would grant his guardians elemental powers, creating the first generation of elemental masters. These powers would be passed down through each generation to be united by Wu and Garmadon in the latest to form the Elemental Alliance against the Serpentine. With their combined powers, they would soon begin to push back against them. However, at the Battle of Birchwood Forest, the Alliance would be betrayed.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh
You're
no.
crying, you're crying.
As it turned out, Master Chen had already gotten to the Elemental Master of Earth to betray the Alliance and shatter the pushback. All had seemed lost until the sacred flutes were created at the last minute to charm the Serpentine and win the war. The 5 tribes
Wow, isn't that just a Deus Machina?
and sealed the way for their crimes. The Anacondri generals, however, were instead banished by Garmadon to the cursed realm to ensure the uprising could never happen again.
But it did, didn't it?
I say again, Deus Ex Machina.
And what's more, the law has begun to seem relatively straightforward, yes?
Okay, so wait.
More complicated. But
Wait, was that bit of the complicated lore just the first?
Well, this is the
No.
first part of the complicated lore.
Yeah, I'm
Excuse me.
waiting for it to get even more complicated.
Yeah.
let's continue forward!
It was
Let's
complicated
go.
for us to find because it's all given to us
Yes.
in different seasons.
Go
Okay.
forward. And now we move into the 4 canonical timelines! Yes, really.
Oh, no. Oh god, what? Guys, we need another plot point, and we need another idea for a plot point in Ninjago. Have another time travel episode. Make another love triangle. Stop relying on time travel.
No.
Works are great, thank you.
What you got there? 4 canonical timelines. Ninjago writers. Smoothie.
Let's begin! Alright, we must talk now about the Time Twins. After the war, the Masters of Time, said Time Twins, Crux and Necronics, decided that it was stronger than all of the Alliance. And with their mastery over the progression and flow of time, Wu, Garmadon, and the other Elemental Masters were no match. Thus, before they fully destroyed the Alliance, and nothing stopped them from taking over Ninjago, we would ask the Masters of Fire and Water, Ray and Maya, to help forge weapons to strip them of their powers, thus creating the Time Blades. At a fateful battle at the monastery, Wu and Garmadon would strip the twins of their powers, then open the time vortex. I think that's a really weird thing from Doctor Who, to let the blades be lost to time. However, in a last-ditch attempt to reclaim their power, Crux and Acronix would jump in after the time blades and would be presumed lost to time forever.
Until
Presumed.
season double
If you want
digit.
to tell the twins apart, this one's a zoomer, that one's a boomer.
How does
Okay.
that work if they're twins?
Next
How does
slide.
that
We're
work if
getting
they're the same
that.
age?
Next slide.
We're getting
Whole
to
lot
that.
of incest.
How does-
Don't worry about
We're
it.
getting to that.
Wait, what?
This is how.
Wait,
This
what?
is how.
Shit.
Yet
Go
instead,
again.
Crux would emerge from the time vortex mere minutes later, while Acronix would take 40 years. Thus, Crux hatched a plan that would begin the attempt to rewrite time itself.
Yeah, so
Yeah, the
technically
event-
Crux is 40 years older than Acronix, technically.
So, during the events of Ninjago Season 7, Crux, now an old man, would reunite with the Acronix, collect the Time Blades and the Time Vortex, and create the Iron Doom to go back in time and attempt to temporarily win the battle against Wu and Garmadon. Therefore, a timeline was created in which facilitated the events to occur in the first place. However, by going back in time, they temporarily created a second timeline during the events of which the twins actually won the battle, and Ninjago became theirs. Thanks to Kai and Nia jumping in at the last minute to stop them, however, they managed to undo the time flow and make it so that while the Time Twins went back in time, the logical progression of such was unaffected. Therefore, a third timeline was created, in which folded back into the first after enough meddling thanks to the Masters of Fire and Water.
So, like, the Legend
Thanks
of
to those
Zelda
meddling
timeline?
kids.
Thanks, I hate it.
So, if you want to
Zelda
understand
timeline?
further, let's look at everything that we've seen thus far as timeline number 1. Relatively simple. Now, we get to this. Let us imagine that at the end of this timeline, we see the Time Twins going back in time to the beginning of the plot thread, where their plan first occurred to edge the battle in their favor. The second timeline was created as a splinter, in which they managed to win and take over temporarily. However, this was undone relatively quickly, and therefore the timeline ceased to exist. The third timeline, in which that the plan was failed and foiled, folded back into the first timeline. Otherwise, the events of the story wouldn't make any logical sense. And therefore, we have timeline 1 and 3 that are technically the same timeline, but also technically not, because of the fact that while the events may progress down the same linear path, they also do not actually create anything that makes any logical sense. Continue! No,
I
we
don't
move
know. I
forward.
don't know. Hang on. I don't know what I hate more: the fact that this is all like incredibly confusing, or that you injected dead memes into it.
Literally.
Yeah.
Years after the Serpentine Wars, Lloyd Garmadon is born to Misako and Garmadon, thanks to the musings of the love letter. However, after hundreds
Ooh la
of years
la.
to fester, the venom would fully corrupt Garmadon, resulting in him attempting to take the golden weapons for himself. Wu would fight him for them, and the tragedy of the battle between brothers would take place at the monastery. Thanks to a protective seal left on Wu's robes by the late first Penjitsu master, Wu would win the battle and result in Garmadon being sent down to the underworld and mutated into the dark form we see at the beginning of the series as punishment for his crime.
Wait,
So
wait,
the
wait.
underworld and the cursed realm are two different places.
No, wait.
Also, the
No, wait.
Potted
Wait.
Realm is the third one.
Yeah,
There's the
Underworld
Potted
is
Realm,
not
the
where you
Cursed Realm, the
go-
Underworld, the Ninjago, Cloud Kingdom, Chima, a couple others in there.
I have an
Okay,
important
listen,
question.
the underworld is not where you go when you die. You go to the departed realm when you die. The underworld is where the skeletons live.
Can I get a chart for all the realms, please?
I
Later.
have an important
You
question.
should have made one.
Sorry.
You said his name
Later.
is Lloyd Garmadon, so is that Garmadon?
Yes. All right.
It's like
Right,
Mario
okay.
Mario.
All right, guys, listen. Okay. Because of this, Wu would hide away the golden weapons across Ninjago, placing a dragon to guard each one to make sure they were kept safe. He would give the only map to these weapons to the Master of Fire, who would later go on to Father Kai and Nia. And therefore, we've completed the lore that takes place before the pilot episodes, except for the remaining fourth timeline, everyone!
Oh no.
All right, so now we have to
Show
talk
is
about
for
the mega weapon.
12-year-olds.
Okay. Okay, so during the events of
The
season 2,
mega
Gamera would
weapon
actually
does
force the
not
gold,
look
the
as
golden weapons
cool
into the
as I
mega
thought
weapon
it would.
that would grant wishes, but he actually wished to go back in time in order to start the series to undo Lloyd becoming the Green Ninja by stopping Nia from ever being captured, which led to Kai becoming a ninja. So all the ninja go back in time, and they use the golden weapons of that time in order to defeat the mega weapon. However, all those weapons get shot into space, which is also the timeline being split, in which there's one timeline in which clearly the mega weapon never existed because the golden weapons never existed, but then the timeline in which the show progresses forward, which no one seems to remember the mega weapon, which makes no sense because if the ninja never had access to golden weapons, they never have their elemental powers, and they never any really do anything, and then therefore, the wrong place, wrong time just introduces the whole mess of continuity of the series!
What?
Therefore,
I
there's
understood
a fourth
two of those
timeline
words.
where the mega weapon was never created.
Okay.
Are you okay? How long
That was my
Let's
first
have you
time.
been waiting to talk about this?
timeline.
Do you need water?
Let's go back
Do you
to the
need a hug?
timeline here.
We
We have-
need.
I need a hug.
I think we all
You
hug after
don't
this.
get to have the hug! You need to watch all this live! Wrong place, wrong time. So wrong place, wrong time during season 2 moves back around on itself to create a stable time loop. But there's another timeline that is created in which the mega weapon was not destroyed because of the events of the show. Therefore, the 4 canonical timelines. And if you all want to talk about the fact that technically speaking, there should be a 5th timeline because of the way wrong place, wrong time works, fuck you, I don't have the time to go into that! Moving on.
Okay.
Why did you write rewind time?
Because the first time was rewind time, and the second time was rewind time.
After the second split, and therefore
Okay.
it will create
I hate this.
Okay, I will be taking over to go over the ninja.
Oh no.
We're gonna go in alphabetical order here. We're gonna start off with Cole. Anyone want to read the memes?
No.
I just think he's neat. Okay, and then
He looks like Severus Snape.
He looks
from Harry
emo.
Potter.
He's not emo.
He's an edgelord.
He's not emo.
Emo Severus Snape.
He's not emo.
Are you sure about
Are
that?
you
He's
sure
an
about that?
e-boy.
He's either emo or he's an
I will say he
e-boy.
has
Take
some
a
really
pick.
thick eyebrows.
He
Can I read now?
does. No.
No. You know who he looks like? He kind of reminds me of Shiro Voltron.
No.
Stop. No, not Shiro, Keith.
Yeah.
Keith, Keith, alright.
Read!
Okay, let's keep going. Let's get this done.
Let's go
Hold
for
on,
it.
wait. One more. I want to say one more thing.
What?
So, I just got back from watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, like, going from that super emotional movie to this fucking shit.
Yes. Nice.
I'm drying my tears to the coal.
Let's go.
Alright,
Okay, let's
Cole
go.
is Black Ninja. He is the master of Earth. He's the pseudo leader for the ninja for the first few seasons. He's a mother hen. He's the mom of the group. He loves cake, and despite his initial fear of them, dragons. And he's the most physically strong of all the ninja. As in, he could probably lift a car. He could lift a car, right, Connor?
He's lifted a car on multiple occasions.
Lifted a car on multiple occasions. Scythes are his weapon of choice.
Epic.
Is the son of Lu and Lily, who was the previous master of Earth. His mother died when he was young, which created a rift between him and his father. Eventually, Cole ran away from home to go join the ninja without telling him.
Ah.
He has daddy and mommy issues, and you're telling me he's not emo?
Yeah, what the hell?
How is he not emo?
How does that work?
Debatably,
He just hides his emo side.
he's not, but he's debatably not straight.
So yeah, it
He
is.
emo.
Hey,
So he is.
You don't have to
Himbo.
read the memes. Just let them read the memes on their own.
Wait. This is the one. This is the one that becomes the scaly in that one episode. Yeah,
yes,
Scaly one.
this is the blue one.
the blue one.
Hey.
He's the master
The
of
bottom
lightning.
right picture looks like a screenshot from like Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Lego.
It's Lego. Yes, correct. Jay is the master of lightning. He is sarcastic and tends to either tell jokes or panic in the face of adversity. There's
Me.
Same.
surprisingly
Mood.
no, he's also a genius mechanic and inventor.
So
Not
Sokka.
me.
Nunchucks
Sokka.
are his weapon of choice. He is the adopted son of Ed and Edna, who I would die for. His birth parents are Cliff Gordon and the unnamed previous Master of Lightning. While he has never met his birth parents, he has a very loving relationship with his adopted parents who run a junkyard outside of Ninjago City, and they helped foster his passion for inventing.
If he's never said, if an enemy has ever asked him a question and he didn't respond, sorry? Oh yeah, that's none your business, and then he fucking kills him with his nunchucks.
Moving on.
Yes.
Okay, Kai.
What?
God.
I
What?
like this one. What the fuck is his hair?
Kai is the master of fire. Like his element, he has a short temper, fiery personality, and fear of water. He can
How?
be prickly and standoffish at first, but he's extremely protective of his friends and considers them family. He is the
And
most
very
determined.
dehydrated.
He's the most determined of the ninja.
He's the most
Yes, he has
dehydrated of the
anime hair,
ninja.
but-
Very dehydrated.
He has
Swords
anime
are his
hair.
weapon of choice. Kai is the son of Ray, the previous master of fire, and Maya, the previous master of water. Both disappeared early in his life, so he had to take over running their blacksmith shop to provide for his younger sister, Nia. Speaking of whom,
You can tell me that name's Nia a million times. I'm still gonna read it like Nya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna read memes, but this was my favorite. Good female character development in my shonen anime. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Nia is the master of water, though she did not discover this until later into the series. She is very headstrong and determined to prove herself. Like Jay, she is a hopeless romantic. Despite being on the same team as a genius inventor and 2 robots, she's probably the smartest of the ninja because she has common sense.
Oh, wait, huh?
Hell yeah.
Good.
Fears
What's that
and
about
metas
2
are her
robots?
weapons of choice. Huh?
What's that
Well,
about 2?
we're getting to that. We're getting to that.
Wait for it.
She is the daughter of Ray and Maya, though Kai was her primary caretaker due to her parents' disappearance.
Do all of these characters have parental issues in some way?
Yeah.
Is that
Probably.
like ninja requirement?
Oh no,
Yeah.
Jay doesn't. Jay doesn't.
Well-
Jay loves his parents.
Yeah, Taylor.
Jay, okay, Jay doesn't,
Were his
but everyone
parents
else.
adoptive?
He
He didn't know that
until
until season
later.
6.
Okay.
So yes, he
I'm
very
counting,
much
I guess.
has
Never brings it up
parental
again.
issues.
Okay, here's what we mean by the first robot.
Mhm.
Zane is the master of ice. He is down to earth
This-
and deadpan, and tends to act in the most logical manner. Despite this, he forms attachments very quickly and is willing to forgo the most logical path to protect his friends. He is a gifted
So,
cook at the greatest and has the greatest endurance of all the ninja. He's a robot.
Can I just say one? He's the only character I remember because I used to watch Ninjago for a little bit. He's the only character I actually remember.
Yeah, him and Lloyd for me.
Yeah.
The only ones I remember.
Yeah.
Zane, Shuriken's weapon of choice. Zane is a robot, or as the show calls them, ninjoids,
Fuck
built
off.
by Dr. Julian. It is implied that the unnamed previous Master of Ice helped create his unique power source, thus granting him his genetic abilities, but it's never explicitly confirmed. I think because that would mean confirming that Zane canonically has 2 dads. No mom.
Yes.
Pog.
His half-sibling is
He-
a bird.
Yes.
He looks like his name would be Dave.
No. No.
His hair isn't even a
Yes.
bird.
I don't know. He looks kind of like a Frank too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then I needed a whole page for the Lloyd memes, 4 out of 5 of which are about his mental trauma.
Oh.
Man.
One about him being a
Okay.
baby.
Oh no.
Getting kidnapped every week. Mom abandoning him. Getting bullied at school for He went to school for evil children and got bullied.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
What did he expect?
I.
What did his parents expect?
We'll get to that.
This.
What?
We're gonna fucking get
Everyone
this
to get along?
Having to kill his dad on 3 separate occasions. Does this have to do with the time shit or no?
No,
Oh, no,
that's
this is not to do with the time shoot. This is just
What?
Destiny having to fuck with him.
Okay. Overlord.
How do
Morrow,
you
the Serpentine.
how do you kill someone 3 times?
For
You bring him back to life, kill him
Yeah,
again.
obviously. Obvious.
Yeah, bring him back to life, kill him again.
That's what I want to do with a couple of
Lloyd,
axes.
can my life
For-
get any worse? Cloud
Okay.
Kingdom. I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
We're not gonna get into Cloud Kingdom because I'm gonna get
That,
upset.
let's go to the next slide.
You don't need to talk
please.
about Cloud Kingdom.
Let's go to the next.
Sorry, I
book.
almost dropped my phone.
Did
Oh,
he
God.
just try to kill his dad on 3 separate occasions? or
No,
did
he had
succeed
to.
On 3 separate
He
Successfully
succeeded
killed
the
his dad.
second time. He got revived again, and then he didn't kill him the third time, but he tried
He was
to.
planning to. Yeah, the first time, technically, kinda. The second time, definitely yes. The third time, technically no. But he went to try to.
So
Thank
he
you for
killed him
clearing that
once
up.
out of 3 times, but not in the order you'd think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright.
Oh, now
He
this
has a bowl
this is
cut
the
under that
edgy
hood.
boy. This is the edgy boy.
Yes, Mr. Emo Boy.
Lloyd is the master of energy, or the Green Ninja, who is destined to defeat the Dark Lord, aka his dad. He starts the show as an antagonistic ex-student of Darkly's boarding school for bad boys. Then is taken in by
I don't like that. I don't like that name. Ew. That makes me feel gross.
That's the actual name.
Why does that make me feel gross?
Your name.
Have
I don't
heard
like
it.
it.
Curious.
Maybe if you say it in the right voice, like Darkly's boarding
Stop.
school
No,
from.
no,
No, you're making it worse.
No, this is for bad boys.
Okay.
I
Alright.
don't like that.
After this, he's determined to do the right thing and prove himself, eventually becoming the leader of the ninja. Like Cole, he has a sweet tooth, with his old villainous motivation primarily being to get candy.
Did he steal
He
candy
is
from
the most
babies?
He literally does.
Oh.
Oh, no.
He is the most empathetic of the ninja. Katanas are his weapon of choice.
If you're wondering why it is that he seems to age faster than all the other ninja, we don't want to talk about that because it's kind of fucked up.
Excuse
We're not
me?
gonna talk about that.
Can we
I
talk
don't
about
want
it?
to know.
No, we're not
Nope.
talking
No,
about
no,
it.
no.
We are
No, no, no.
not talking about it.
This is post-pilot lore. Go
This is
for it.
post-pilot lore. We'll go into post-pilot lore later. He is the son of Lord Garmadon and Misako.
And we'll
He
stop this
looked-
presentation
Lloyd,
for
I
3
mean,
minutes
you've
on
been telling
Brooke's
me about
Misako
Lloyd.
rant.
Oh no.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
but you guys gotta shut up and let me rant about Lloyd's mother for a second.
There
Okay,
you go.
so before the start of the show, Misako learns about the prophecy of the Green Ninja and comes to the conclusion that Lloyd is the Green Ninja. For some reason, she didn't tell Wu about this, even though he is the only one who could actually confirm or deny that theory. And the only one who could, like, help her in her plan to stop the prophecy. She leaves Lloyd at Darkly's to go look for information. She, again, doesn't ask Wu for help, even though his dad was probably the one to write down this prophecy. And she leaves Lloyd in the boarding school without ever visiting him or writing letters or anything. And it's a boarding school for evil people, even though Misako nor Garmadon wanted him to be evil. And she has no explanation for why she chose that school. Then, as if that wasn't bad
The
enough,
Yelp reviews were fantastic.
expelled from the school, he becomes homeless. Why? Because Misako didn't leave a fucking forwarding address or phone number or any way to contact her or Wu in case of an emergency. Wu and Garmadon get a pass for this since Garmadon was in the underworld and Wu was never informed about any of this, and he took him in the literal first second he got the chance. But this doesn't fix the fact that this fucking 10-year-old was homeless for an unknown number of weeks because Misako never left any way for her child to contact his fucking family. He got kidnapped like 3 times during that homelessness stretch. And then, she's in Ninjago City, a hop, skip, and fucking jump away from Darkly's, just working at a museum. The Devourer incident happens, and the ninja are in Ninjago City and on the news with Lloyd multiple times. She still doesn't look for him. They have been to the museum multiple times as well. There's no fucking excuse for not knowing he was in the same city as her. And then she just waltzes back into Lloyd's life like it's fucking nothing and starts immediately flirting with Wu, even though she's still married to Garmadon and her son is right there. I wouldn't blame Lloyd if he went full Hamlet on her cheating Gertrude ass. She's so I have to try to deck her and just adopt Lloyd as his younger sibling any goddamn moment. Because the audacity of this voice of Seraphina from Princess and the Pauper bitch. And we're spared in this show. Yeah, maybe she had good intentions, but she just abandoned her only child and left him to the mercy of a school for evil people. Well, she knew he was destined to become the Green Ninja and didn't tell anyone. And he could have been targeted early on or not even gotten training. What the fuck was she planning to do when the Stolen Army attacked? Or had never gotten any training? What if that school been better at their job and he joins the bad guys and destroys the world? Huh? What the fuck was she planning to do? Especially since she failed anyway. So she abandoned Lloyd for nothing. And then it wasn't even a major character of the show because she keeps fucking off for no reason. She didn't learn her fucking lesson.
Thank Darling,
Holy
All right, can I?
in conclusion,
Can we talk about that?
I think that this is really all that needs to be said.
That's all. Just
We're
bad.
moving on. We're moving on. I want to move on.
Okay.
But Lloyd,
so this is a Ninjago timeline, everyone.
Oh,
Excuse me?
yeah. That no,
What?
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I have no
Ow!
context for this, but I do not doubt it in the slightest.
I can.
Yeah, we're not.
None of us have context for this.
We're not getting any
Just have
context
some
for it.
random out of context spoilers.
Skeleton photo kills me.
Buenos dias, fuckboy.
Fuck boy.
Can't tell you the we can't even give a caption for this one because it's spoilery, but oh my god.
Okay, but like,
I'm gonna take a
you've been
stab at it
telling
and
me
say that's
about the
Moro.
all-powerful Lloyd for like 3 months now, and this is the first time I've ever actually seen a picture of him in the show. And can I just say, he is really ugly. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I kind of agree with Kat.
Ow, okay. Okay, finally, some important graphs to share with you.
Okay.
We do
Okay.
not employ the calculations for season 1 because he was not a ninja yet, and we do not count Nia for seasons 1 through 4 because she also technically wasn't a ninja yet. In those cases, season 1 it would be much lower because Lloyd made a bunch of stupid decisions. But seasons 1, 2, and 4 would also be higher because Nia is smarter. Season 3 would probably be lower because Nia also makes a bunch of fucking stupid decisions in season 3. We don't talk about
Season
season
3 is
3.
just bad.
You
Season
just don't
3 is
talk
just
about it,
bad.
apparently.
What happened in season 11?
They got lobotomized.
Yeah.
Okay, and then here's our rankings.
average Ninjago rankings.
I don't trust your averages. I want to see the sources on this.
These are our average.
We need sources.
We made these.
We need these academic sources now.
This is just our opinion.
Okay.
I
So,
want an
I think-
annotated bibliography on my desk tomorrow morning by 8 a.m.
How dare you? I'm the Ninjago lore expert.
As you can see, I have not seen seasons 11 through 13 yet. And mine is just more of an upward trend than Soft's is.
Mhm.
I love the
talk
show.
about it?
Okay, so season 1 has growing pains. It's one of the series of the show that it's a good starting point, but it's not the best. Season 2, the first half of season 2 is really bad, but then the second half is the Dark Island arc, which is honestly one of the best arcs in television. We don't talk about season 3. Season 4 is my personal favorite because I love One Master Chen more than anyone else. But I can also agree that season 5 also probably has the strongest in terms of using the Ninjago formula to its greatest extent. Season 6 is okay. I like most of season 6, but we don't talk about the ending. Season 7 is just straight up pure average. There's nothing much there that's good for it. Season 8 and 9. Season 9 is probably one of the most. Season 8 is nice when Ninjago just decides to become a full-on anime, and it's great. I think that 9 is better than 8, but I think both the seasons together form a great thing. Season 10 was good, but it was a movie and it needed to be a lot longer. And then season 11 and 12, they switched over to an 11-minute format, and the writers had no fucking clue what they were doing, and then therefore they just kind of decided to take it into the ground. And then season 13, they went, wait, we're still good. We're still good. And yes, and then season 13 also was a cold season, which no one thought was going to be a good season, but it turned out to be really dang good.
Yeah.
I mostly agree with his assessment. Although I liked season 8 more than season 9, and I liked season 6 more than he did because I didn't mind the ending. Maybe it's because I went in because he had already ranted to me about it, so I already knew what I was in for.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to prepare. I had to watch it live.
Oh.
I've watched Ninjago since season 3 live.
Okay.
Wow.
Any questions?
I think.
Um,
Uh,
Actually, I do. From the very beginning, how does dragon plus Oni equal a human-looking thing?
So the Oni are shapeshifters, if that helps.
Excuse me?
The Oni
Oh,
are
then they
shapeshifters.
can change it into dragons. That's how they
kind
boned.
of they.
Is the human-looking thing a shapeshifter? That's my question.
The
Wait,
first
is
Fujitsu
you
master,
eat
we
your
don't-
last ha a supernatural quote?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
But that's Dean.
Why
It's
would
your
you
boy.
say this now?
But okay, so
When
like
does the noodle factory come out?
season 4. Oh, it's not the noodle factory, it's a noodle machine that we use to feed the empire. Oh, it's all fun and games, everything like that.
I am scared of that. What is that? Who is that?
What
That is my
just
question. Who is
happened
that?
to you? What possessed you there?
On impression of Master Chen
All of you.
is the guy who
Great fighter.
Oh, it's
One
the
who
guy who
invented-
orchestrated the entire conflict between the Scalies and the people.
he also runs a very successful noodle empire.
Amazing.
Wait.
Oh.
Are Wu and Master Chen two different people?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you think I'm someone like Wu? You think I'm Oh, Wu's an old body daddy. We don't talk about him. I'm
Hey.
the one that actually accomplished things.
Hey, Brooke, is Soft the Kenny, or is this just...
He's a,
No, I'm not.
He's like a psychic.
That sounds
lets the
really
spirit
defensive.
world possess him for a couple minutes.
I mean, I could. I mean, you know, it's just the way that things work sometimes. Klaus!
I'm kin assigning you. I don't know who this character is fully, but I'm kin assigning you. I don't know this character. I don't know you. I'm kin assigning you.
of Ronan, the Boba Fett of.
I'm sorry. The who, the what's the who, the what, the why?
Okay, listen.
Star Wars
Listen, you all,
explain
listen.
things to me.
Okay, listen. I'm no one like Boba Fett. I can do a lot more than any that guy could ever could. And plus, you know, all he did on screen was just, you know, capture a few people. I captured all the ninja in the span of 10 minutes. So, you know,
Ronan
I'm better than all of you.
Is the chaotic neutral of this universe. The ninja are all chaotic good.
Hi, name's Ronan.
Great.
Collecting's my game. Also doing any sort of bounty hunter work and whatever it is that you need done. We don't ask questions around here because, you know.
Oh,
if
wait,
you do ask
wait,
questions,
wait,
you're
is
the
Do
there-
you
crowd.
take request?
Wait.
I have a single question. Do you take request?
Depends on what the quest is there, honey.
Oh, wait, Brown Ninja.
Couple of exes of mine that are fucking tools, and I hate them.
Oh, the Brown Ninja. That is the best character in all of Ninjago, aside from one particular criminal with an affinity for bird life, is Dareth. Dareth the Brown Ninja, as in the one that has canonically saved Ninjago from ultimate destruction twice over. And no one seems to appreciate this.
What's the second time?
Okay, Brooke.
Season,
let me
it's
just
in
say
season
this.
double digits, Brooke.
Okay, no, not double digits. Brooke, listen. If Chen had never taken puppy pot stickers off the menu, he would have won. The only reason he was on the island was because he didn't have his puppy pot stickers. So he ran into Mia, which put him on the island, which put him in the thing.
What the
No,
fuck?
okay.
Wait, this is what?
So
the
the
noodle-
brown ninja just like walks up into like a cowboy standoff and shit, and he's like, "Oh, you're the brown ninja? What fucking element?" And then he spits in his spittoon and he's like, "Take a fucking wild guess, buddy."
He's master of Brown. He's master of Brown.
Don't ask questions you're not prepared to hear the answers to.
He's going to
Speaking of which,
he's
if
going to
anyone ever
harness the
says
power of
phrase
the nearby
Darkly's voice to me,
house.
I will kill you.
Darkly's boarding school for bad boys.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Brad never comes back after season 2, and he likes planting flowers. We stand.
I
Okay.
legit forgot
Yeah, I
he
remember
existed
you
until
talking
you
about
started
him.
bringing him up.
Okay.
I miss
So
Brad.
so
Brad's great.
so the too long don't watch is that Brooke stands the brown ninja and
Not what?
Soft Kin's Master Chen.
Yeah.
I do not kin
Yeah.
anyone. I'm Master Chen. No one can kill
That is
me.
the most
Get
gay
it
thing you
away
could have
from me.
said.
I stand Moro, excuse you. I stand the actual emo boy.
Oh,
No, you stand
okay.
the brown ninja. It's decided.
You stand the brown ninja.
We've
No,
already
we are
decided
stand
for you.
assigning you.
Yeah.
Someone even brought up the thing that I put in Moro's slide. Someone brought this
What
up.
thing?
Also, I'm very disappointed that this was provided to me.
Yeah, I saw
in,
that. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, we just didn't say anything. He failed. Or anyways.
What are you disappointed about there?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm very disappointed that this was provided in slideshow presentation and not just a video of you acting this out with the Ninjago Lego sets.
I have enough
That
Lego
was
sets to do it. Don't get me
amazing.
wrong. I've been collecting Ninjago since season 1.
Holy
Oh
fucking
my
shit.
I single-handedly keep them alive.
like he
Why
couldn't
didn't you tell me?
couldn't not do it, but like
Have all of the characters in Lego form.
damn.
Do
I
they
have,
have
like,
a first
not-
Ninja Master?
No.
They have I know they have Oni. Do they have the firstborn?
Yeah, it's on my shelf.
Okay. Do they have young Master Chen and Klaus?
No.
Yeah, they just don't have enough of the
I
characters.
like how you just know this like off the top of your head.
I
Yeah.
know every figure that's been produced under the Ninjago label. I've been collecting them. More so than any of you would even understand.
Okay, so what's the word that we say when we all leave the call?
What do you mean?
I wanna get- I-
Ninjago.
Darkley's boys.
Ninjago.
Please.
Ninjago. God, the chair. Chair actually moved on me. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay,
Quick,
I gotta
quick, get
actually
away
sit
while
down.
he's distracted.
Please don't hurt yourself.
All right. Ninjago.